featuring country music artist Chris Cagle. Now on News Channel 8.
Happening right now, a man is trapped in a sinkhole that opened up just under his home. We have a live team coverage for you this morning, including the very latest on the search and rescue. It's Friday, March 1st.
Live from the News Center in high definition, this is News Channel 8 on your side today.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News Channel 8 Today. I'm Rod Carter.
I'm Natalie Shepard. Thanks for joining us, and we'll get right to that breaking news in just a moment.
First, let's get a quick look at our forecast this morning from Storm Team 8 meteorologist Lee Spann. Good morning.
And good morning, guys. It is a cool start to the day. We also have some extra clouds, especially across our southern areas. And then right now, they're pushing in off the Gulf of Mexico. And I think these clouds throughout the day are going to become more prevalent than what we saw yesterday. Right now, as you step out the door, 56 in Clearwater, 49, though, in Valrico, 50 in Lutz, 48 in Brooksville. We're a cool 48 in Lakeland right now and 55 in Arcadia. By midday, we'll be up to about 60 degrees. Notice the extra clouds and highs only in the low 60s. So we start cooling down quickly. 56 degrees this evening and 49 degrees and cloudy overnight. I'll let you know when we really get cold coming up. Leslie, how are the roads?
Well, they're not too bad. I got a little bit of an issue here, a little bit to the south. The crawl's kind of covering it. My name's kind of covering it right now, but some fallen power cables over there on 9th Street. So I'll have more on that in my next report. But we've got a great drive across our Bay Area bridges. No delays at all. And as we move over into Pinellas County, there's where I was talking about there. So be aware of those fallen power cables right at Gandy and 9th. Meanwhile, good drive on 275. Let's pull out the camera. You can see for yourself this is a shot in Pinellas County. This is right around 54th Avenue North. No delays. That's a look at the roadways. Back to Natalie.
Thanks, Leslie. And now let's get to that breaking news out of Hillsborough County. Right now, a man is trapped in a sinkhole that opened up right under his home in Hillsborough County. It's happening at 240 Faithway Drive, which is just east of Parsons Avenue in Seffner. We have team coverage this morning, beginning with News Channel 8's Adrian Pedersen and the search and rescue in what has been a very tense situation all morning, Adrian.
Exactly, Natalie. You know, investigators just getting frustrated out here because they can't go inside that home. It's not safe. And, you know, I have some new information for you. I was just talking to the people with Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. They were saying that the 36-year-old man who they believed is trapped inside here was sleeping in his bed when that sinkhole just opened up. So I want to go ahead, show you some video we shot earlier and tell you how this all unfolded. They say they got that 911 call around 11 last night. Now, when a deputy arrived on the scene, he found one man who is the brother of that 36-year-old trapped inside, trying to save his brother, trying to pull him out of the sinkhole. He couldn't get him. A deputy then had to save that man trying to save his brother. Now, officials out here say this sinkhole scenario is very rare.
It's the only one that we've seen that opened up in this manner. There's no evidence of structural cracking or anything like that on the outside of the house. Normally, you can see evidence of where the structure is beginning to crack and shifting. In this case, it's just not obvious.
Along with what he was saying, they also say it's rare that you can see the walls are still up. We can't really see anything, really evidence that there is that sinkhole inside. So right now, they're really just waiting until it's safe to go in there. Natalie?
Well, Adrian, you say this is a really rare situation. I mean, did these people have any indication that their home was on such shaky ground?
That's a great question. No, I was talking to Fire Rescue and they were saying how code enforcement was actually just out here last August doing a home check and they didn't notice anything. And even now when you look up closer to the home, you can't see cracks or anything like that in the walls. So they couldn't have predicted that this was coming.
All right, Adrian, thank you.
Our team of coverage continues this morning with reaction from neighbors evacuated because of that sinkhole. I can tell you that Bracken Engineering is on scene right now, and they have used radar equipment to try to determine the size, and we'll come back with more sophisticated equipment a little bit later. News Channel 8's Chip Osowski is live at the scene this morning with the part of the story where neighbors are very fearful about what could happen to their homes. Chip.
Well, absolutely, Rod. And Fire Rescue has been on scene all morning waiting to get the green light to go into that home. They haven't gotten it. Joining me now live is Ronnie Rivera with Hillsborough County Fire Rescue. Ronnie, what is the game plan later this morning? Are you guys going to try and get into that home?
At this time, no. It just the conditions are very unsafe. We are waiting for engineers to get here in the next an hour or so just to verify how big this hole is. We'll probably have our search and rescue team just come over just for the safety measures. But at this time, we're not going into the home.
How do you handle a situation like this? I mean, when it's unsafe for you guys to get in, you guys are in the business of saving lives. How do you handle a situation like this?
It's just very, very frustrating. We train for this all the time to be able to rescue people on situations like this. But this one is just very unique, and it's frustrating that we can't get to it right now.
And you guys have an urban search and rescue team. How do you? I guess my question is, how do you go into a situation like this without risking your own lives?
Like I said, we train for this all the time. We don't know what we're going to find. We do have equipment that we can use to be able to work on these scenarios like this. However, during this call, we actually lost some equipment. That's one of the reasons that we had to pull out. It's just things are very unsafe.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Ronnie. Again, search and rescue out here waiting for the green light to get into that home. Has not happened at this point. Both houses on each side of the sinkhole house have been evacuated. It looks like the sinkhole may be moving that way. We don't know at this point. Again, the engineering firm is supposed to be here a little bit later this morning. We hope to learn more about what's happening with this sinkhole then.
Very tense and scary situation for those folks out there, Chip.
Absolutely, and like I said to Ronnie, I mean, when you're in the business of saving lives and you can't even get into the home because you're worried about your own safety, it's a frustrating and a very aggravating situation.
Yeah, all right, Chip, thank you very much. And of course, as we continue to get new details about this breaking story, you can follow all those latest developments by logging onto our website, WFLA.com. Also, another story that is all new this morning, the Tampa Fire Department is trying to find the cause of a deadly fire. The investigation is happening at the Tropicana Mobile Home Park. That's on North Nebraska Avenue. Police are not identifying a victim just yet. However, we can tell you there has been one fatality in this fire. Of course, this is a story we'll continue to follow and bring you the latest details on that as we get them.
Now to a huge story that's happening today. At midnight, the sequester deadline expires and billions in government spending cuts kick in. Today, President Obama meets with House Speaker John Boehner, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell at the White House to discuss the sequester. The $85 billion in spending cuts will be split equally between defense and non-defense spending. It will affect nearly every government agency. Today is the 1st of March, and by law, if you receive a paper check for your Social Security, you have until today to switch to an electronic payment method. This is a site that's going away, the printing of Social Security checks. Now, if you collect Social Security, you now have to receive your benefits through direct deposit or loaded onto a direct express debit card. Now, if you haven't made that switch yet, we put a link on the website of WFLA.com under links mentioned. If you have an account at a bank or credit union, go there to sign up for direct deposit. Seniors born on or before May 1st, 1921 can still opt to receive a paper check.
2 men are heading to prison for the brutal beating of a soldier captured on security camera video last May. 4 men beat, kicked, and robbed Sergeant Johnny Aparicio after his car broke down in South Tampa. 2 of those men, Lerome Howard and Brandon Miller, pleaded guilty. Miller is going to spend 5 years in prison. Howard will serve 3 years. The 2 other men will be sentenced next month. A welcome for 2 manatees in Bradenton did not go as smoothly as experts at the South Florida Museum were hoping it would. Take a look and see for yourself. Not a happy camper. All right, after some calming down, manatees Longo and Chino joined Snooty in their new home. They are being treated for cold stress. This is a temporary home until they are healthy and ready to go back out into the wild. 6:09, just hours from now, there's a huge event beginning in Tampa, and today you can go for free.
Also today, NASA will launch a rocket from Cape Canaveral. We'll tell you where it's headed coming up. And right now, evacuations are underway as a huge brush fire spreads out west.
And some low-hanging wires out in the St. Pete area. I've got the details coming up with your True Speed traffic.
It is a little bit chilly out there right now. We checked in with Dora in Inverness. She says it's 46 degrees at her house, and our temperatures are not going to climb up all that much because of some extra clouds today. Only a high of 63 in Inverness, only a high of 63 in Tampa, 68 in Bartow. We'll hit 64 this afternoon with those extra clouds in Bradenton and 61 for a high in Pinellas Park. Storm Team 8 is on the radio. You can always hear us on News Radio 970 WFLA throughout the day. And you can always check on Facebook as well. Just search for News Channel 8 today and click like. I'll let you know how much chillier it's going to get this weekend. Coming up, it's 6:10 and you're watching News Channel 8 today.
Do you Facebook? Become a fan of News Channel 8. Search 8 on your side.
I was parked in front of the TV as a kid, so it's what I know. Right or wrong, I'm going to bring you part of the world I pick up. I try to make the television I would want to watch as a viewer, and I'll be the first to admit, I watch way too much.
I'm an angel in an earth suit.
Busey's back in Celebrity Apprentice All-Star.